All right, y'all. So the topic of discussion is my block, and so today we are discussing, what that means to us, and what was the inspiration behind the song, and then more so we're going into deeper than that about what the community looks like, what is our block, and all of those different type of things. So, Zoe, I know that you heard the song. You said it was a long intro. I'm
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. I'm really okay
Oh
with
no,
that.
no pun intended, no disrespect intended. It was just a long intro, so
Well, you
I
had to
mean,
go in full context.
it did. You
You know
hit
what
a
I'm
few
saying?
key points up and up, but I mean,
I had a few key points in there.
yeah.
So what did you hear? Like what? Tell me your
I
feedback,
mean, you
man.
said you stayed everywhere between Beltway 8 and Highway 6.
Mm.
You feel me? A lot of people don't, and then you make it closer to Highway 6, you feel like you in Hollywood.
Yeah, not facts.
So coming like we
Mhm.
done stayed everywhere off of Spice Lane, off of
Mhm.
Club Creek, off
Yup.
of Corporate.
Mhm.
Man, off of 9700,
Yup.
Regency Oaks. This was before it was called Catalina.
Yeah.
This is called Regency Oaks. If you go by that gate, it's still an R and an O in there, right there on
Yup.
the block.
Yup.
Um, Huntington Village. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Right up the street from Happy Homes and Summerstone and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the block right there. Like that was like our first house, like as a
Mhm.
family.
Mhm.
Like so, yeah, that was home. Like that's really where I grew up. Like right there for Deer Ashton and Bissonnette. That
Yeah.
whole subdivision literally looked the exact same since I was a little kid,
Mhm.
growing on up, even to right now. That same area. Only thing they did was take away that Shipley's, and then they changed. You remember Save a Lot?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
That
That was
Save a Lot used to be they used to be Food Town way back in
yeah,
the gap. That
yeah.
was Food Town.
Mhm.
And then where they got the little autos on that over there, that was an old McDonald's, but it had got burned down,
Yeah.
and they ain't do nothing over
Yeah.
there for the longest.
I think that was it. Popeyes that's boarded up over there. Something over
Yeah.
there that's
Yeah,
boarded
they
up.
got Popeyes and they got Taco Bell. They done turned Taco Bell to like a car lot, I think.
Man, look, it's so much that it done happen over there. But yeah, like so I mean the inspiration behind the song, bro, it was actually I was just trying to do something nostalgic for my birthday, fam. It was crazy enough, like, yeah, I was just trying to do something for my birthday. And I was just bringing some type of nostalgia cuz I'm not even a rapper, bro. I I thought of a song, bro. That My Block by Scarface was playing. I told my boy to, go ahead and try to like imitate it or sample it in a sense. He made the beat, went into the studio, did that, shot the video, and released it. And that's really what it came about. And it was just just a dedication song to the neighborhood that we grew up on. But man, it's so much in that song because, like I'm saying, my block from Beach Nut to Bissonnette, you was never there. From Bellwood 8 to Highway 6, I lived everywhere. I made it off my block and they see me. Believe me, I'll never forget A-Leaf. The SWAT need me. So in that song, we talking. I'm gonna break down the, you know what I'm saying. We talking about a whole bunch of stuff. So I say my block is no different from the next. Friday night we hit the Z. Saturday night Funplex.
Man, the Z. hey,
Yeah, yeah, man.
hey. I remember them little small little slips. It was like a
Yup,
little yellow, orange,
yup.
green,
Every
whatever color.
Friday.
It was a little slip to get into the Z for free.
Yup. Every Friday you had a
Man,
little
right
skate.
there off of Cook. Right there
Yup,
off of Cook. What's
yup,
that is? Beach Nut? Cook and
yup.
Beach Nut.
Right there near not
White
next
Cap.
street. Yeah, the
That's
next.
right next to White Cap.
Yeah,
And True Line right across the
yup.
way.
Next street over from Lord, what's that it's still on Cook because Hastings on the same, on Bel Air and Cook. So it's the street over, which is Beach Nut. So you got Bel Air, you got Beach
Beach Nut
Nut,
and
and then
Bissonnette.
Bissonnette. Those are like you know what I'm saying, the heart, the three main streets in A Leaf that we consider the heart. Then the side roads, you got Derry Ashford, you got Sanat, you got
Cook.
Cook,
Kirkwood.
Kirkwood, Willcrest,
Boom.
Boone, yup.
Leewood.
All of that, Leewood, bro, it goes on and on. Club Creek,
Eldridge.
Eldridge Corporate, you know what I'm saying? Spice, all of those things was the side streets for us. And you know what I'm saying? And so this was A for us. So Friday nights, we would hit the Z, and that was a skating rink. That was, when and once the Z closed down, Funplex became the spot. Now we was on Funplex before, but we wouldn't go to Funplex directly always to skate. It was for just
everything else around
everything else. They used to have a water park. They used to have, you know what I'm saying? We used to just Funplex was that spot. But
Funplex was a place you go there on a Friday, somebody finna squabble, somebody finna get jumped, somebody finna get tased.
Yeah.
Man, worst case, some people done got shot, man. It was like, but it was always fun though. But it's like, you always had to go up in there with a clear head because you got to expect all the bullshit that came with the good time, you know?
Nah, facts. Nah, I agree. I agree. Like it was one of them, you know what I'm saying? It was just a tough environment to, you know what I'm saying? But it was always enjoyed. That was something for us to do when there was nothing to do. So Saturday nights when the Z shut down, Funplex was Saturday nights. I think it was like $10,
man,
$15 at the most.
Hey, Funplex was jumping on them Friday nights too, though.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, true. It was Fridays and Saturdays. You knew Funplex was the spot we was going to right after school.
With the tall white tee, Dickies on, starchy down.
Something. I know that Felines was popular around that time. Air Force Ones was always in. Bro, you just had your whole fit.
The two for $89.
You know what I'm saying? The polos, the Ralph Laurens. You know what I'm saying? You had to come.
Hey, I remember. I mean, we don't talk about people in financial situations now, but I remember people used to be getting clowned for USPA.
Oh yeah, the USPA.
You still playing around?
Yeah, man.
But say how you associated with Polo?
Yeah, nah. And funny enough, USPA was came before Ralph Lauren, to my knowledge.
I mean, I wouldn't know.
But nah, we
yeah, I remember Fubu Platinum.
Bro, Fubu, South Pole, all them city trends closed.
Rockwood, man.
And that's the nostalgia of our childhood, bro. Like that's what it was. Like we really was Sean John, you know what I'm saying, the Sean Carters.
Bro,
the S. Carters,
we
G Units.
We started talking about fashion, man.
Birdman lugs, like that's a part of the history.
Hey, no, it really is, bro.
K-Swiss, Adidas,
and you know what's crazy? Like we're in the age range to where we literally seen fashion kind of repeat itself.
Yeah, and I think that goes for anybody, but for sure.
Yeah, like like how whenever we put on skinnies, we thought it was something new. The old folks are like, oh no, we been doing that. But like now we old enough to see they done left and then they came back. You know what I'm saying? Like even with certain shoes. Like,
facts.
Fashion. I remember, what was it? I want to say the greatest impact that I literally remember. We went from like the big baggy daddy clothes to the Rockstar. That's whenever that little party like a Rockstar song came out. Everybody was going to Hot Topic and had the studded belts.
Everybody was with that Wayne, that Rockstar level. Yeah.
Man, no. This was before Wayne did the Rockstar.
Wayne was on the remix. Remember?
Oh,
remember the party like a Rockstar? That remix.
All I remember.
You don't remember that?
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna cap. I don't remember that. I just remember being in sixth grade. And the fashion changed. Like boys went from wearing big old triple X white tees that go past your elbow to wearing the tightest Hollister, Abercrombie and Fitch shirts with the jeans was like, we didn't jump into the skinnies, but the was still
the
big.
Aeropostales.
The boys had the wallet chains coming from the pocket.
Oh my gosh! Remember the fad? Nah, that's before. But the I Heart Boobies.
The big thick bracelets.
With the belt we had.
That movement was positive.
It was.
But I remember getting mine taken up by the principal for boobies.
Coach Layton used to tell me to take it out. Said that was disrespectful. I'm like, bro, how? I'm like, you know what I'm saying?
But I'm not even a boob type of dude.
Nah, it was about breast cancer awareness, and people took that out of, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be. But nah, back to our block. So, like we said, from the Z to the Funplex, that's where we was, and then. It was like back when no cameras or guns was needed, just to plex. And if they bump them, we punching and let them know we from the West. Like that's literally what the dynamic and what would happen in.
That said a lot.
You know what I'm saying? That's what we were talking about. We was like,
we'll stay flushing something.
It was like we didn't need a camera, we didn't need a gun. If you had an issue with somebody, this is how you handle it. You fist fought, and y'all might have been cool right afterwards, or y'all might have fell off for a little bit, but got right back. Like that's how it was in the West. Like we literally, you know, you picked your battles, but at least you know you're going home alive. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, at least you know you ain't leaving this fight and you got to worry about buddy pulling out the pistol, or you have to worry about, you know what I'm saying? You can handle your differences.
Boys been up on the pistol. Boys been.
I'm talking about childhood. I know that most people, the older cats, the teenagers around us when we was younger, you know, even, and there was to a certain extent, there was some people, but like, you know what I'm saying, you picked and chose your battles. Right. Now, if you would have left out that parking lot, you know what I'm saying, inside, you cool. Like, you know what I'm saying, y'all have y'all fist fight, go home. But when that parking lot hit, you know to get out. You know to, hey, scat. Like, you know what I'm saying, you got to go because you already know what was going on. It was like clockwork. You knew anticipation heat up around midnight to 1 o'clock. You know, around that time, they're going to escalate it to outside. Then somebody going to get the popping. Then police sirens, people scattering like roaches. It was like clockwork every time in our neighborhood. And we would still go. No matter the party. We went anyway. And it was like, it's just crazy. But that was only way we could have fun. We knew our friends was going to be at these parties.
We lived life in the fast lane.
Like, it was literally.
Like, we grew up fast, bro. Like, we wasn't babies for long at all. Like,
we didn't have a chance to. We didn't have a chance to be babies.
We talking about the block, then we got to talk about our upbringing as well. Like, see, a lot of places don't got intermediate school. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, we do.
Most people got
elementary to fifth,
all the way to fifth grade.
They got a sixth grade campus.
Middle school.
They got a sixth grade. Yeah.
We got intermediate up in A-Leaf. So you going from a fifth and sixth grade building and jumping into middle school, bro. The dynamics of life change right then and there. Like,
you got to grow up.
Fifth and sixth grade. In a separate intermediate building, do not prepare you for middle school, dog. I'm talking about you grow up immediately once you hit 7th grade, dog. Like, some people was growing before then.
Yep.
Like, you know what I'm
saying?
Myself
included.
Bro, 7th grade was, like, completely different, bro. Like, everything was different. Like, a whole new world, bro. Like, from athletic standpoint to the being, you know, sexual, engaged, and interacting, you know what I'm saying? And
I remember that.
You seeing, you know, at that age, you know what I'm saying, you seeing puberty hit, but you know, they saying, you know, they always said girls mature faster than boys, and like, you seeing these things, and that was like a whole nother level. And then, hey, you know where they messed up at?
What's that?
Them early dismissal Wednesdays.
Oh, Lord. Yeah. No, that didn't really, we wasn't really a luxury until, like, of course, we early dismissal on Wednesdays when in middle school, but it wasn't a luxury until, like, high school, for real.
Man, hey, it was a luxury up in middle school. Hey, if you went to Holler Middle School, you know what I'm talking about. See, I can't speak for everybody, but Holler Middle School, hey.
It went down.
It went down.
It went down. Yeah, I went to Albright, bro, and we had that. I'm just saying, like, I'm talking about me personally. It wasn't a luxury for me until, like, because, I mean, of course I would go home. I always beat my mama home. So it was always normal to beat my, you know what I'm saying?
I feel that.
You know what I'm saying? But, like, as I got older and, you know what I'm saying, started thinking crazier, you know what I'm saying? Say less, you know what I'm saying? So it was all of those things within that. And so, yeah, bro. So literally back then, no cameras, no guns, just to plex. That's what I'm saying. Just to fight.
Bro, we used to flex all the time.
Plex and squabble, getting out there, hopping out there, boxing. Like what
your OGs out there encouraging it. Like, yeah man, like you gon' hey.
I can't tell you how many times on Spice. Like, the thing about growing up on Spice was, you know, if you were soft, they was gonna make you tough until you, like, they was gonna bully you until you fight back.
But that's anywhere, bro.
And that's anywhere.
Anywhere, if you let somebody hold you, they gonna keep on holding you until you stand up for yourself. So like, that I don't want to like separate that into a block thing, because it's been plenty of times. Like, listen, I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna give it to you from my side. You know what I'm saying? You was off Spice. You know, you down the whole strip.
Yeah.
Y'all got the Walmart over there kind of where Ocean used to be at. Yeah, a lot of y'all don't know about Ocean.
That's food time. Yeah.
All right, so look, leaving from Holler Middle School and Model Intermediate, and what's the elementary school that's right over there? I want to say Kennedy. I think that's Kennedy. I don't know
the elementary school. I could tell you the intermediates in the middle. I don't know.
Bro, they whole Huntington Village, and that's a big ass neighborhood. So that neighborhood go from basically, you know what them apartments is right off of Dairy Ash from the business, right across from Model. It's the neighborhood start from right there, literally that street right there, and it go all the way back to West Belford.
Oh wow!
So all of that is a neighborhood, bro.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
All right, so imagine you walking home that way. Anybody you had an issue with, if they was on that time, you was gonna have to fight them because you see these people every day. You walk in the opposite direction. The Happy Home, Summer Stone, over the Save-A-Lot. Oh, it used to be
Happy Homes. That's Club Creek right there. Cause I be
no.
What you talking about?
No. Happy Homes up there, in Ashford, bro.
Are you talking about that? There's a Happy Homes that's on Club Creek.
No. I'm talking about the Happy Homes that's over there by
on DA.
Yeah, right.
Okay, say less. Okay,
yeah, right up the street from Huntington Village.
Yeah.
Huntington Village, baby. You know what I'm saying? Dairy Ashford Best or whatever they want to call it. We didn't call it that at the time, wasn't they? I'm talking about right across the street at Marta. That's where the AYA Jaguars and the Little League teams. Big shout out to Kalu.
Yeah.
Josh Kalu used to play for them as well.
Boy, Tennessee Titan now.
You feel me? Hey, but like growing up, getting back to my point, bro, like any direction that you walk, bro, you was gonna see some type of conflict, see something fast. Then we right there with Bissonnette.
Yeah.
Them prostitutes didn't just stop at Bellway 8. Them prostitutes was way up Bissonnette. So best believe, like you walking home, you got prostitutes trying to get you out your lunch money. You know what I'm saying? You really walking up the street. You seeing, you know what I'm saying, crack pipes and you seeing a lot of things just walking up the street, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm not even trying to make, A-Leaf just seem like it's the hardest hood. Like, I feel like ain't no hood harder than the next because your hood is your hood and you got to love it and embrace it how it come. But I can only speak up on behalf of things I seen and the people that I know, the things that we went through growing up and the things that we endured and struggles. It's a little bit different whenever you speak up on your side of the town. So
facts. And and that's the reason why in the intro I said my block is no different from the next. And so it's like what I'm insinuating is that, bro, every hood in as far as the codes and everything that we pretty much believe in or follow, those are pretty much the same. You have the same foundation of the codes in your neighborhood. Now you may do things a little differently, or you may say things a little differently, you may dress a little differently, but overall the moral or the solid foundation is almost identical. And that doesn't matter if you're in California, New York, Chicago, Texas, Louisiana. It's a solid foundation that the hood identifies with. So that's why I'm saying my block is no different from the next. Every hood is in somewhat the same. We all struggling. We all trying to get up out of here, and we all gonna do whatever it needs to be done in order to make a way for our families or make a way for ourselves in order to get up out of this hellhole that we have literally consumed and called home. And so that's essentially what that is. And so we both grew up in A-Leaf. We just grew up on two different blocks. And so even in funny enough, just how we even conversing right now, I'm talking about Spice. You talking about Bissonnette and Leewood and 9700 and all of them blocks. And you talking about what over here in Huntington Village, this is how we got down. And I'm telling you what, on Spice, this is how we got down. And it's funny enough, we all still in A-Leaf, but it's different block. And so we not saying these things as my block was harder than, his street was harder than mine or my street was harder than his.
You just hear the name of certain streets and kind of know, all right, bro, like, all right, if they stayed over there up in that subdivision or up in that zip code or up in this apartment complex, 9 times out of 10, he done seen something, went through something, or he getting down up in there.
Yeah, facts. And so that's kind of like what the block, my block was talking about. So like I say, keep going. What I say after I say that back when no cameras or guns was needed, just to flex. They bump them, we punching, and let them know we from the West. Issues after school, you took it to the Mint, and when the cops came, ain't no telling where we went. So that's
that part alone, you gotta let them know. That's coming from a standpoint if you went to either Hastings or Elsie.
Yep.
Taylor was way kind of in their own.
Taylor was a little further, but if you
on their own thing, but
we talking about the original high schools within A-Leaf, and that's not to discredit Taylor at all. That's just saying that within
who idea was it to put two schools on the same block?
So I crazy enough, I know the history of it, bro.
Oh yeah, enlighten me.
So the A-Leaf Middle School was Hastings.
Yeah,
A-Leaf. That's the reason why they look exactly like Hastings. Same colors. They Cubs. They not Bears. But A-Leaf Middle School was across the street. That was the first Hastings. Then they expanded into across the street and they built that. And then they kept getting bigger and decided they wanted to do another high school. I don't know what logic that was, but they did. And that's where Hastings and Elsik was in the same building. So North House was Hastings, or I think North House was Elsik, and then South House was Hastings.
Dumbass shit.
I don't know.
Anyway,
I don't know. And then that's when they was like, okay, we need to expand even more. And then they went and did the whole, the Elsik. They created Elsik across the street, across the sidewalk. Actually, ain't across the street, off of Bear and Ram Road. You know what I'm saying? It's right over there. High Star and Bear and Ram, like between them two. And so like that's what it was. It was like Hastings was right here across the sidewalk. You had Elsik, and then between you had the annex building, then you had the 9th grade centers, and so the 9th grade centers was to separate. That's a whole nother thing too, just like you were saying with the intermediate.
Was so dumb. Like,
it was like the thing was that you had the intermediate schools that and
filtered
you filtered to middle school, but then when you get out of middle school and you are now entering into a high school, they're saying
filtered to go
you're a 9th grader by yourself with all other 9th graders to mature, and so all you 9th graders are going to come and migrate to the main campus, which was 10th through 12th. And so that's what it was. That's literally how A-Leaf was structured as far as Hastings and Elsik. But when it came to Taylor, everything was mixed together, which I still don't understand.
I feel like Taylor got the full experience.
Taylor got the full experience, bro.
Got the full experience.
And so that's why everybody wanted to go to Taylor, because it was the biggest, it was the newest, and they was coldest in football at the time.
They had that support.
They had that support. The Bennett brothers was the first class out of there.
They were like the Katie of A-Leaf, bro. They had the booster club. They had the parent cooperation. They had
the cheerleaders that were actually coordinated and flipped, and you know we had the ratchet.
All right, listen, we're not gonna downplay Hastings and
we're not gonna, cheerleaders. You're not gonna do it. I felt like Elsik cheerleaders was prettier than ours. I just felt like we just had, just.
I'm not. This is him talking. This is not me. So if y'all view this,
I'm talking about the time that I attended this school.
That was a year right after me. So it was again. Bro, I'm not. I'm not saying
we
this.
attended at the same time. You graduated a year before.
Hey, bro.
We went to the same school, bro.
Next topic.
Same. Anyways, issues at the school, you took it to the Mint, and so that's what we was talking about. Anytime you had an issue with Hastings or Elsik, you would go to this apartments across the street.
Trap, though.
It was across the street. It was a Crip territory, and it was across the street. And you would go to the Mint, and you would fight. That sometimes there was a shooting in broad daylight. Like literally right after school, if you had an issue.
All right, imagine you handling your school beef or school issue in the hood that's right next door to the school.
Yeah.
And then they not so welcoming to the place that's going on. So now you probably gonna have to see one of them, or they finna chase and try to get you up out of there. It was just a whole mess of situation. Boy, don't have beef with nobody who actually stayed in the Mint.
Yeah.
And they get to walk over there. And then you walking over there trying to chase the man down, and you got chased into all his OGs, and now you.
It was a Crip territory, boy. Boy, I'm telling you, it was just like, no.
Hey, you know what's crazy, and I see a lot of it now though.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I mean, we talking about fighting and beef and whatnot. We had a lot of Black versus Hispanic fights growing up, bro. Mm-hmm. A lot of them.
That's what JP said on the show.
Hey, bro, we had bro.
Johnny P.
Yeah, I know little JP. Big shout out to JP.
Mm-hmm.
Teaching at the same middle school that we used to call hell at, bro.
Yeah,
it was terrible wearing that burgundy and white, bro. He know what I'm talking about.
Though. That smashed by us. I ain't gonna lie to you though. But anyway, that's besides the point. Go ahead.
With what?
Football, yeah, did not.
It'd be the people that was on B team.
No, I was on 18. I was on 18. Let's get it correct, and I will name and listen. Our whole squad. I can name out the whole lineup, bro.
That's fine. I went through too much life to remember all of that. But big shout out to Rodney Prevost. Big shout out to Caleb. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to
Ismail Zamora, Stephen Thompson, Malcolm Washington, Greg Locke. You know what I'm saying? Me.
A-Leaf legend.
Trey Howard, you know what I'm saying?
Joshua Kalu, Duke Ejiofor, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out to all those guys, man. Shout out to all those guys.
Ain't no separation though.
We all A-Leaf. We just competitive. We just competitive when it comes to our schools.
But just to get back to the A-Leaf topic, like let's get out to high school and range and all that.
Yeah.
But like it's a lot of productive things that's coming out of A-Leaf, whether it's music, fashion trends.
Mm-hmm.
Like, bro, I see people in other hoods wearing A-Leaf t-shirts.
Yeah.
They're not even from A-Leaf. I see people way up in other hoods with A-Leaf stickers up on their car, bro.
Wow, man, that's amazing.
You know what I'm saying?
And they probably lived in A-Leaf once upon a time and just, you know, wanted to hold on to something. And so, but you got to look at A-Leaf as what it is. It's the international district. And I said this.
For real.
It is. We got to. It's like a melting pot or just a gumbo of different cultures, from Vietnamese to Chinese to Philippines.
They got their own strip.
You know, they got their own.
The Indians got their own spot.
You know, Indians
off of Harwin.
Yep.
A-Leaf clothing turned into Harwin.
Yep.
And then you got a bunch of little Mexicos, like all
Mexicans. You have Salvadorians.
Yeah, like. I learned that growing up too.
Hispanics, you got certain.
They're different, bro.
There's different Hispanics. You know what I'm saying? The real like they say, you know, Hispanics. Then you got your Mexicans. You have your Salvadorians. You know, just all of them. We didn't really have Puerto Ricans and Colombians in Texas. Not really. That wasn't really a thing.
We had a few.
We had a few
Colombians,
but it wasn't common like we had.
Believe it or not, bro.
Yeah.
The minority in A-Leaf probably got to be white people.
At one point in time, not right now.
Nah, A-Leaf was a suburb.
Yeah, no,
it first started off as a suburb.
I'm saying that's what we going into.
But I'm talking about with us growing up. You could count on how many people graduated up in your class that wasn't either black, Hispanic, Indian, Chinese, Japanese, Vietnamese,
Nigerian, Ghanaian.
Bro, I think I literally only graduated probably about 4 or 5 white people.
That's what I'm saying.
Not trying, but that's what I'm saying.
You said the majority of the minority.
I said minority.
Oh yeah,
I said they're the minority.
Oh yeah.
Whenever it comes to A-Leaf now, like coming up and out.
It was always like so. So the thing was, that absolutely. You like I said before, you would have a splash of white people. You might have teachers, administration, you know, the principals and stuff like that, or head coaches. Like those would be, you know, the white people that you see, and you may have like a splash of a classmate or a splash of a teammate that was white, but it wasn't too common that you seen white people in A-Leaf. And the reason being is, and I explained this on the last thing, it was kind of like I did a comparison, and this was on Product of the Hood Part 2, but I talked about the white flight of A-Leaf and how I compared it to like a Compton or any type of you know, neighborhood that has went through white flight. And so what exactly white flight was is that A-Leaf was a predominantly white neighborhood. It was a suburb. It was a suburb at one point in time. And it was a very nice neighborhood in the area, like the 70s and, you know, majority of the 80s and kind of like late 80s, early 90s is when you started to see the difference. And so what it was is that it was predominantly white, but black people from all around of Houston wanted to do better and wanted to move on up. And so they decided to come to the southwest side and come to A-Leaf. So you would have people that was from like...
RG told me a lot of people migrated from like Third Ward,
Sunnyside, South Park.
They said a lot of people went westbound.
Yeah, westbound.
To kind of settle. They had took over Sharpstown too.
Yeah, that was.
Sharpstown was another suburb as well.
Westwood Mall, all of those things was really just... It was... West Oaks, all of those things were just predominantly, you know, a white neighborhood. It was a white suburb.
Bro, West Oaks looks so bad now, though.
It's like a flea market.
But I never thought Sharpstown was gonna go down the drain. Sharpstown always been rich.
Sharpstown to Sharpstown, that ain't necessarily A-Leaf, but it's still
I'm
Southwest.
Just saying. I'm talking about the Southwest. I'm just talking about the Southwest.
Okay.
I never thought West Oaks was gonna take a fall that hard. That thing looked terrible.
I didn't think it was, but like I was saying, man. You know, you had the people from South Park, Sunnyside, South Acres, Third Ward, Harlem Clark, and they was all coming, and you know, West Belford, West Airport, all of these Fondren. I can go on and on about this, but they would come to A-Leaf for a better start. And what would happen is the white people saw, oh, black people doing well enough to be in my neighborhood. So what they did was they sold their house. Or they sold whatever there was, took they, you know what I'm saying?
Cyphers.
They took their resources out of A-Leaf, and then they migrated to a different, you know what I'm saying, to, like you said, Richmond, Katy, Sugarland, you know, Cypress, all of these different places, Pearland, and it was like Alief became a mixture of Herm Clark, South Park, South Acres, Third Ward, all in this. And then you had the Southwest babies over there, where you had West Belford, West Airport, Fondren.
Yeah, you
kids.
got the West, and then you got the SWAT.
You know,
and
so,
I never understood where that whole differentiation
and
came from, because we to the west of what they call the West. But
yeah.
I guess
we're more West than they are, but it's like, but because of that wasn't, because the thing was, growing up in the hip hop scene, the DJ Screw era, the Screwed Up Click era, and you know, even in the Rap Light era, you didn't really hear anybody claiming Alief for Southwest like that, other than or the SWAT. You had, you know, only reason why Mo City get a pass because they had zero, but you didn't. And when Southwest got a pass, or not even a pass, but Southwest was getting recognition simply because they had they had Trey.
Yeah, Trey.
Trey the Truth was from Southwest, but he ain't from Alief though.
Wasn't Hout? Big Hout? Wasn't Big Hout?
I thought Big Hout was from the North.
I don't know where he was from, but I know I think I remember hearing a story about him getting killed off South Drive.
Oh, that was off South Drive?
I believe that was on South Drive. Man. If I was told correctly.
Yeah, nah, well, we gotta, I don't know, bro. But yeah, to be honest with you, that's how that kind of came about. Like, and it was always an issue because it was like, we the real Southwest and we the Southwest. So when people, and so it was like, man, we from the West too. But it was like, we had to solidify our area. And it's like, nah, y'all some Alief kids, so we were like, we the SWAT. And so it was like Southwest Alief, Texas. But it's like,
they try to treat the SWAT like it was sweet, bro.
Yeah, nah.
Anything to cause some type of differentiation or difference, bro. That's what everybody was on, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, still to this day, I still don't even understand the plex between the West and Mo City.
And
but that's what we grew up into. Like,
I don't even know where it started, but like for them, they be like, because even Herm Clark is considered the Southwest in a sense. And so, like, yeah, they Southside, because that's where the screw shop was at. It was in Herm Clark. And it's still in Herm Clark, actually. Off of, I forgot the few I can't say that right. Fuquay, yeah. But literally, bro, Southwest, like, as far as with Mo City and Alief, I don't really know what started the division. I just know that we see them and they throw the West down and we throw the West up, and it's like, wait, y'all can't throw the West down, West up or West up.
They talking about break your wrist.
Like, throw the West up, then break your wrist. Like, we didn't identify with that, and we was like, hold on, like, what was the issue? And so it's like almost crazy. It was like clockwork, bro, because anytime we would go to Mo City, we couldn't be there. They knew that we was from Alief, and anytime that they would come to Alief, it's like, we know you from Mo City. So it was like, it was a whole...
that's a whole different scene. It was
like my ex-girlfriend and her friend got their car shot up by going to a party in Mo City. Like,
man,
it was...
bro. Hey, listen, I feel like, I mean, I'm mature now, so I don't really care about it, but I feel like growing up, what it was is, I think the people that was out Fondren, West Belford, Braeswood and all that, 89 and all that.
Oh, yeah, 89.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I feel like Alief was like the suburbs compared to them, and that's how they try to treat it. So they were like y'all not really from the hood. Y'all from the other side of 59. Y'all from the other side of Beltway 8. Yeah. And things like that causing differentiation. I feel like that's how we look at Mo City, because I think they looked at us like we was suburb boys, but we was with this squad. Like, it was really going down out here.
Yeah.
And then, you know what I'm saying, you look at Mo City cats and it's like, bro, like, y'all live in luxury whenever you was coming out that, like that's how we was looking at it.
You was looking at like, okay, this is Stafford or this is Sugarland.
Yeah,
or like you
I ain't never downplayed anybody, but I feel like that's what it was. So I feel like that's what caused a lot of the conflict.
Though, like when you go to Ridge Point, it's like, oh, okay, right. I see what they were saying.
Bro, y'all like in suburb, like y'all don't even got sidewalks out there. Like, you have to have a car to get anywhere in Mo City.
Nah, I ain't.
They don't even got stop signs. They got yield signs, bro.
And to this day, and it's no diss. Like, we grown now.
It ain't no diss, but like, nah, I had a bro that stayed out there in Hunters Glen.
Okay.
I think what's that is 2234, whatever that little main highway is, the little Timmy Chan's and the little police station storefront and all that.
Oh, that is the main. Okay, I know.
Yeah, that's like whatnot, bro. But
yeah. Right off of, like, cause you can go through 90 from there.
You get off at 90, whatnot. Yeah, man, ain't Hodges Bend or something like that?
Yeah, cause 90 can take you all the way south side. It could take you to like off of South Post Oak and all of that, like Herm Clark area. So like, yeah, I know that.
Yeah, like,
anyway, but nah, bro, and it got And so in the song, I was telling them, I was like, in 05, Katrina hit, the block ain't been the same since.
Hey, bro. Hey, I'm not gonna lie, bro.
What's that, bro?
Hey, them cats from New Orleans was different, bro. Like,
they came out here
with I'm trying
to
tell y'all, bro, the murder rate went up whenever New Orleans came out here, dog. Like, murder rate on both sides, bro. But it was like, that was a whole nother beef. Like, that was just, like, I'm talking about to the point to where they moved on to my block. At this point in time, I was staying off of Tambourine and Pender, right over there off of West Belford, way up on the back end. Like, literally, like if you cross over West
Southwest,
like
general Southwest,
where that Randall's used to be at.
Okay, yeah,
like right over there, man. Hey, it's duplexes, bro. We used to go down over there. I remember we outside playing. Me, Cortez, we all out there playing. We either hooping, playing football, whatnot. The New Orleans kids out there, we kids, we little babies. We out there, we playing like, oh shit, it's new face on. You know what I'm saying? They cool with whoop. They mom and daddy come out, you know what I'm saying? No, we don't do. And it's like that caused a whole bunch of separation. So it was a hot minute, like to where boys had to get off the block. Like boys got ran off the block. Like they got ran off the block, bro. It was like a lot of plays, a lot of gunshots, a lot, bro. Like Tambourine was already hot, bro. It was a lot of activity going on, bro. Like, at that time, it was like a lot of man. It was a lot. Like we seen a lot growing up, bro.
It was a lot of fights. It was a lot of fights, a lot of gunshots. It was a lot of people that lost their lives senselessly.
Hey, bro. Mamas out here fighting somebody else. Mama is simply because they from Houston or they from New Orleans. It got that ignorant.
Houston, and
it got that ignorant,
in elementary school. Like I remember, like middle, like intermediate, elementary. Like that's when they really came. Because 05,
I was in 5th grade whenever that happened.
It was like we literally saying that. Like when they came, the block was never the same, and it was like the block was turned up, but it turned up even
hot and cold, bro. It was like hot and cold, like.
Yeah,
New Orleans is a more fast-paced city. Houston, we laid back, and whenever they hit, that's like water and oil. They didn't mix it all, bro.
Yep.
Like now, I feel like it's a lot better. It's a lot more of an understanding,
camaraderie, togetherness.
But see, what a lot of people who just now moving like out here, they don't understand the bloodshed that went behind it. It was like a lot of bloodshed, a lot of bodies, like a lot of it was bad, bro.
There was a lot of people that, even when New Orleans was back to normal after Katrina, or not even back to normal, but back to where it was decent to people to move back, there was a lot of New Orleans families that stayed here. There was a lot of Louisiana families that stayed in Texas and was like, okay, this is a little bit better than because at one point in time, look, we ain't gonna fake the fun. Like New Orleans was the murder capital, and we had crime, but it wasn't turned up. Like it shot up when they came out here, because in Louisiana, or I guess within they state laws or whatever the case may be, after a certain amount of days, and when a murder is terminated if they haven't solved the case after I think like 90 days or whatever. So somebody can duck off for like 90 days and then come back to their city, and people know that person is the killer, and so it's like. That was what was going on. But when Texas, they gonna find you. Like Texas, they lock anybody up, and they will give you the lifetime sentence for the smallest crimes. And so that's the reason why they was new to all of that. Louisiana thought it was the same laws. Like, no, when you come out here, it was a totally different type of scenario. And even on top of that, like they adopted things that we had, and we adopted things that they had. Like. The way that they came out here identifying with the soldier racks, because they didn't gang bang like that.
Yeah, they was big up on the camouflage.
They was big on the camouflage, the army flag, simply because
they carried themselves completely different, from their tone. Like I'm talking about. Like, bro, you walk into the bus stop, you like, shit, what's up, bro? They like, yeah, what's up? Like, they thinking that you trying to flex up with them. I'm like, damn, bro. Like,
nah, bro.
I mean, if we got to fight, that's cool now. But shit, we was just playing basketball and football last week. I mean, I know my OG and my uncle them, I ain't getting along with your uncle them, or my people probably done murked yo, you know what I'm saying, your pops or something like that. But like, they hadn't, and I'm telling you, bro, it started at the neighborhood, and like it's really taking on to the school, bro. I'm talking about like fights was happening like left and right, bro.
Fights was happening left and right at the schoolhouse, and just after school, just anywhere. And that's like literally, it was just a thing, bro. But even so much, like I said, they had their soldier rags, and then they was claiming their neighborhoods, but when they was claiming their wards, and they like, I'm from West Bank, I'm from the 7th Ward, I'm from 9th Ward, 17th, Calio, 3rd Ward, Uptown, Downtown, and so they was claiming all of these different type of things, and we we was like, all right, we got a third ward, fifth ward. You know, we got all of that too. And it's like, oh, okay. But then down here, for some reason, gangs from the West Coast hit in Midwest had hit Texas already. So like when we was Blood, Crip, GD, BD all down here, we pretty much they adopted that from us. Like it was so much going on as far as like it was so many, man. I can go on days about that whole era of Katrina.
I don't know much about it. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know how to dig into it because it could be a sensitive topic for some people.
Too much.
And I ain't finna get on here act like I'm just knowing what I'm talking about as far as it. But you know they had they few people that was claiming blood from like New Orleans, like Lil Wayne and shit like that. But I mean I don't know how real he is. But
yeah, we didn't.
It's whatever.
Say less. But yeah, But I'm saying like as far as within New Orleans, it was a common thing to wear just bandanas because they wasn't identifying with gangs and like that's the reason why on like Lil Wayne cover of like The Block Is Hot, I think he got the blue rag on. And you're like, hold on, I thought he was a blood. Like back then in New Orleans, that was not a thing till like he wasn't claiming Crip. Like he literally
I don't know. I can't speak on New Orleans because that's not where I'm from.
Say less.
So I'm from Houston. I'm from A-Leaf.
From what I was educated on, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You know, so moving forward. But now I'm name dropping people on the song like people that I grew up with. You know, it's Isaiah, Pickle, Kobe, Keita, Keisha, and Jay. Like they're my people. You know, R.I.P. to Pickle. He got killed several years back. He ended up leaving A-Leaf and moving to Mo City and went by a whole different name. And they ended up like murdering him like execution style out there in Mo City. So R.I.P. to my boy Pickle. I remember little him and his sister Jazz, man, being on the block. And then, you know, I'm just talking about a whole bunch of stuff. I'm talking about, I say Southwest Finest and Channel Chair for the type of fades. We was over there at Southwest Finest where they used to throw the Spice Lane block parties, and Trey the Truth used to come through and perform. Had the Escalade sitting out. That was the first time I seen Trey. Was like probably 05, 06 on Spice Lane block party over there off by Southwest Finest Barbershop, bro. Big Shannon and them and the ABM would be all up on Spice. So I was like, man, hold up, I see them boys. And so that was the first time I actually, you know, grew up seeing them. And man, it was just a whole bunch of stuff, man. And you know, R.I.P. to Baby John. I said it in the song. I said I was 10 when my block was screaming Baby John. We normalized them gunshots. That's why we didn't run, because it was like summertime, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. It was somewhere around 4th of July. I think he was in the apartments, you know, Baby John doing whatever. Ended up getting killed by some New Orleans cats, from what I heard. And we was outside, and we thought those were firecrackers. We really didn't think they were gunshots. And next thing you know, we see the news out there. We see his mama crying in the street. It was just, I remember that vividly, bro. And so R.I.P. to Baby John. So, bro, it was a whole bunch of stuff that was going on. And then I said, I remember living down the sidewalk from Frank C. Used to play hide and seek with Michelle, Olivia, and Riri. Like, R.I.P. to Frank C. He got killed in 08. Man, the bullet wasn't even intended for him. I think something happened and he got shot and he got killed at something. So Peter Frank C. And then I remember playing around with, like I said, Michelle, Olivia, and Riri. And Olivia is Frank C.'s little sister. Michelle is still my homegirl. She went to Hastings. She just lost her brother John. You know, John that just passed away, and she lost her.
R.I.P. John, man.
And yeah, so it was a man, and she also lost her sister Whitney some years ago. But when I talk about being that little ashy kid in Stone Ridge, like her older sister Whitney used to be like, "Hey, Big Ashy," because I used to come outside like Ashy. So I had a nickname. They used to call me Big Ashy because like I would come outside Ashy. I don't know what. And like,
was you the light blue type of Ashy, or was you just the basic gray white?
I was a little gray white, and I was like, okay, I could have, you know what I'm saying, fresh out the shower, could have put on some lotion, didn't put on some lotion. It wasn't on because my brother name, you know, they called him Big Green, so it was like, you know, when they seen me, they was like, Big Ashy, and I'm like, chill out, bro, chill out. Don't.
With light blue.
So, you know, man, shout outs to Whitney and shout outs to John, R.I.P. Man, shout outs to all of them, bro. Hey, it's so many.
R.I.P. to everyone.
Whoever is
out there.
And those are health. Those two were health related issues, man.
Just R.I.P. to everybody that the hood done lost, man.
Yeah,
everybody that's from A-Leaf that we actually know.
Yeah.
or rather you just know their name or just who they were as a person. You know what I'm saying? Like, just chalk it up, bro. And it's like I'm sitting here now at age 26, like, damn, bro. It's like a lot of people we done lost was fairly young. A lot of people that we lost ain't even get to see 21.
Yeah.
Shout out my boy DJ. You know what I'm saying?
Man. Yeah.
Now, hey,
Car
that
accident.
one, yeah, bro, that one was hard for me, bro, because that was actually turning up my B-Day weekend. I was just with him. I was just with him, but right before he passed, bro.
Yeah.
We was at Surfside Beach.
Yeah.
Never thought that would be the last time that I shook my boy hand. Never, bro. But I ain't gonna talk about it too much because it's, you know.
Yeah, facts, man, facts, absolutely. But yeah, bro, just we talked about the whole neighborhood, man. Just with everything that we came up in an environment that's, you know, any black neighborhood is kind of, you know, this is something that we dealt with, and you know, we didn't really know how to handle too much of the stuff. We kind of grew up in a fast paced environment, and we confide in hoods. We confide in the black culture that we have, simply due to, bro. And I talked about this on the last episode of, you know, product of the hood part 2. And I was talking about how we identify with neighborhoods and we identify with African American culture, and simply because we call each other African Americans, bro. And the thing is, the first word is African. And we are Africans that don't know where we come from. We are Africans who were stripped of our identity. We are Africans that we can't literally tell you what tribe we're from. We can't tell you what country we from. We can't tell you what, you know, city we from, simply because our identity was stripped from us. And so we're Africans, but we don't know if we Nigerians. We don't know if we Cameroon. We don't know if we Ghanaians. We don't know if we Egyptians. I mean, like, of course, based on like look, but we really, you know what I'm saying? We don't know. And ancestry can't really tell us everything.
Hey, bro, it just really ties back into the title of this whole podcast, bro. Like, you don't know where you from, but you know where you from. Yeah, you go immediately turn back to, you know,
it's like your my hood block, my hood.
Exactly, it's like because that's all you really know.
That's why we
even whenever you leave and elevate, you still know where you from. Yeah, that's what you hold on to, simply because we don't, you know what I'm saying, know exactly where we came from. Some people do, some people fortunate to, bro, but you know, and you know the things that come from it, bro. Like, you gotta take the good with the bad. No matter where you come up from, bro. If you was one of the people that was fortunate enough to like not have to see some of the things that we seen, bro, that's a blessing, bro. That's a blessing, honestly, bro, because it's a lot of things that we seen at a young age that we had to normalize growing up. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if anybody had to step over a dead body before just to keep on going, you know what I'm saying? Or actually look up like, hey, bro, look, it's just a dead body of, you know what I'm saying? Like, things like that you just really normalize. Or just,
like, you know,
bro, have you, as a kid,
across blood,
bro, as a kid, have you ever had a conversation with a prostitute?
What?
Bro, like, you as a kid, bro, it's like
being around pimps, being around gangbangers, people telling you, you know, putting rags on. I mean, you know, just all of that.
You know what I'm saying? But see, I don't want to label people, you know what I'm saying, out for what they represent, what they buying, because it was I learned a lot of positive things. Yeah. I learned a lot of positive things from some of them OGs, from some of them gangbangers, from some of them P's. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the 16s. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If you know, you know. If you don't, then you know. But shout out to all the 16s and whatnot. You know, and you kind of understand and normalize the reasoning behind, you know what I'm saying, why certain women act the way that they act and certain things that they endured growing up, and it kind of help. I ain't gonna say help turn them into the woman that they are today, but you know what I'm saying, kind of put them up in certain circumstances to where their mindset is messed up. You know what I'm saying, coming from where we come from, you know, it's not necessarily a hood thing. It's just really a trifling thing. Like, we also normalize, bro, growing up without a father, bro. Yeah. Like, it's like I had a conversation with people who really grew up with both of their parents, and I'm like, damn, bro, for real?
You had that. Yeah.
Like, bro, like, y'all really had that, bro. Like, you know, so that's another thing,
and
bro.
It hits us differently because, like, I knew my dad, and I like the thing is, I didn't grow up with my daddy. My daddy was on the east side of town and remarried and had a house, but me and my mama and my, you know, my two brothers and my god brother. So, like I said before, it was my mama and 4 boys in a 2-bedroom apartment, and so it's like we have this narrative of, you know, our mamas, our siblings, and these Section 8 housing or really, low on rent and just bare minimum type quality of housing. And so it was like this is what we was growing up with no father figure, with no identity. And I hate how the media and the how they pretty much portray us and think that the narrative is, oh, we some hoodlums, or that we are black on black crime exists. Black on black crime does not exist. We are not we're not people that want to kill each other because of we hate our skin, or because all of those different type of things. It wasn't because you black and I'm black, I want to kill you because you black. It was more so of a humanity thing. You had an issue with this person, and the person happened to live where you live, and so therefore things went down that way. It was never on I see you and we black and we got to kill each other. So black on black crime never existed. Let's talk about gangs real quick. The reason why we bang gangs, and the gangs was created simply in California as a way of to fight off oppression. Crips stand for community resistance and progress, or all of those type of things. And so they were protecting the neighborhoods. They were the people who were trying to say, all right, police not gonna protect us, so we gonna police our own neighborhood. So that's the reason why Crips identified and came about, and Bloods were literally the same, and everything started off unified. And then when the crack epidemic came in, that's when they placed the drugs in our neighborhoods. That's when they placed the weapons and drugs and guns in our neighborhoods. And that they got caught on to the drugs. So they was slanging drugs to make money, but they was getting getting high on their own supply. On top of that, those guns, when you put drugs and guns, those were never a great combination. So therefore started killing each other. The liquor stores, the churches, all of these different type of things that was in our neighborhoods, and we was out of resources, out of places to go. We had nothing to do, and we resorted to pure boredom and violence. And that's the reason why and because we grew up in single parent households, we wanted to always feel a part of something. Because the first thing is that your family is something that you are a part of. And when you feel that you belong to that family, you're able to stay out of trouble, or you're able to just at least be cognitive of your decision making. Yeah. But more so when you don't have that platform, or you don't have someone that's listening to you, the streets is going to teach you something. The streets going to become your father. They're going to start to, you start confiding in the homies in the neighborhood. Just like Zoe just said, he said, I had some people that showed me some things, that taught me some things, that I learned something along the way. So I won't discredit all of the game bankers, because let's
I ain't gonna discredit none of them at all, because everybody got a reasoning for for the life that they live. I'm not a judgmental person, so it's like, hey, bro, if you can do this, you really hold that down and really make your impact to the best of your abilities, and make knock off whoever you got to knock off. Hey, at the end of the day, that's that own man. He got his own agenda. You can't judge the next man on the moves that he making, how he do it, because 9 times out of 10, there's probably some type of reasoning behind it. Maybe some type of trauma. It's just a lot of things, bro. That's why we preach on things like normalizing, like you try to tell me, get counseling, go get therapy, things like that. Because we wasn't, bro, growing up, that was weak. You know what I'm saying? Like, the moment that you shed tears and cry out and complain about something, it's toughen up. You know what I'm saying? Stick your chest out. Yeah. You a man. You don't cry. Crying was a sign of weakness, bro. And there's a lot of things that I battle with, even still to this day, bro. And just realizing, bro, that's just an emotion like everything else.
Yeah, not facts.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the times, bro, a lot of men ain't gonna say this, bro. We really emotional than a hoe.
No, we are.
That's why a lot of things always go south, bro. And we real prideful. So that's why, that's why little things get taken to the next level. Like, that's why fights no longer last as fights no more. Yeah. That's why you don't punch somebody down, knock them out. You never know how many days left you got to live, because retaliation, the only thing up on that man's mind, you know what I'm saying? Because he can't handle the fact he done.
It's pride. It's a pride issue. And the thing is that the fact that, even your mindset right now, just hearing you, bro, it's just like, that is our mindset of America. This is what America did to us. And we're not trying to, like, okay, we could sit here and be like, oh, don't play the blame game or any of those things, but it's like, we have been traumatized since slavery, since 400 years ago. You can tie it back to all of those things. Like, even though we we didn't actually witness slavery or endure slavery. Our ancestors are a part of us, and we are a part of them, and we are connected in such a deeper root to where when we hear about these things or we're educated on these things, they make us furious, they make us angry, they make us sad, they make us all different types of emotions, and we don't know what to do, so we suppress these emotions. We belittle our feelings, we belittle us crying and saying that these things are, bro, toughen up, be a man about it, and it's like, handle your business. Well, Zoe just said it perfectly. Just do what you got to do in order to do that, because I can't judge you. But it's like we have false narratives and these false ideas of what it meant to survive, and these survival tactics have literally set us back as Black people and Hispanic people and Latino in the communities of that are of the minority of what America seems to or deems to be minorities. They have set us back tremendously.
That's a whole nother topic. This system was never built for us as minorities.
Exactly. Bro. So with that being said,
speaking of America, do we know who won the election yet?
We have no idea. I don't know. I would have got alerts off the rip. Somebody would have. I you know what I'm saying? So nah, we didn't get none of that, bro. But yeah, bro, just to, like I said, man, all of these things is hood trauma. Just put it that way. It's hood trauma that we have normalized. It's not normal to see gunshots. It's not normal to see prostitution. It's not normal to see drug deals. It's not normal to be caught up in all of these corrupt living. And we made it our home, and we have confided in it, and we said, this is the hood and this is my hood, and I can't leave this hood. And so now it's like slavery in modern times of can't leave that mentality. We confide in something so much and cling to something so much because we can't, like, certain people, or not even certain people, but like I'm speaking as a whole, not saying that some people have not broke it out of their mindset. It's just as a whole, there's still people that stuck in there. There's still people that rely on a system to take care of them that is killing them. And so we see this common in our communities, and it's not our fault. And so, you know, it's like America sees Black people and they see us as criminals, they see us as thugs, they see us as hoodlums, but they don't know that we, man, it's like, it's so much to it. Like, you don't know half of it. Huh?
I feel like if I was to like just be profiled or just seen from the outside looking in, a lot of people wouldn't even think I got a degree.
Yeah. They wouldn't see you as a college graduate. They wouldn't see you as a man of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. They wouldn't see you as none of that. They just see you as a hoodlum or a cat that seemed like he got a lot of testosterone on him and that he want to get it off. And so that's really what they see. They see you as a threat. They see us as a threat. They see us police officers, and we ain't even gonna get into all of that. But we just speaking the facts. We speaking what's in general. Hey, we confide in a block that we don't own.
Hey, we literally done talked about everything else. I feel like we could talk about America and what they trying to do. But let me tell you, the man that y'all got up in office right now, he got these people feeling comfortable and confident.
Yeah.
Hey. Y'all come to the wrong side of town without that trying to harass people. Hey, everybody not scared, bro. Everybody not scared. Everybody not stupid either. Hey, don't let Trump get y'all ass whooped. Now, I mean that in the humblest way. They ain't here talking about some, oh, if Trump don't win, we're gonna da-da-da. I have guns for sale. I have ammo this. I have ammo that. Who you scaring? They ain't stop making guns whenever y'all bought them. It's hella hot guns. I'm gonna be quiet, but it's hella guns all over the place. Y'all not the only one with them, but y'all know where y'all could try that stuff at. Y'all might want to stay in y'all little hick times with it, because, you know what I'm saying, I'm even hearing about little things like out in Tomball. I heard today, a few people out there with masks and trying to run people off the road and this, that, and the third. Hey, hey, just let them know. Hey, it's not going to end the way y'all want that to end. So, I feel like everybody, hey, cash what is it? The ballots and cashing your votes and do whatever you vote for, whoever you vote for.
Now the voting is over, man.
We not finna make this.
They tallying it up right now.
Well, yeah, true enough. But like I said, don't let Trump get y'all ass whooped.
And I just want to speak on the voting real quick, bro. If I may, because
and please start voting, bro. Like I'm so tired of hearing the, bro, my vote don't matter this, my vote don't matter that, bro.
But you know why they say that? America, bro. They have corrupted your mind. That's why I say it's modern day slavery. They make you seem like you are invalid or you're incapable of, you're not significant, or your voice and your platform does not matter. So therefore, what's the point if we are already doomed and hopeless from the start? Why should I walk myself to the polls? Why should I get registered? And so this is this mindset of,
I mean, it's really the battle between which one is less evil, because I mean, we really damned if we do, damned if we don't, whenever it comes to both of them.
I can't even speak on that, because I literally, bro, I can't tell you what's on a man's heart or any of those things. I can see by his actions. And so I know that with Trump, he got an agenda that is not for the black people. And I know that
and he got people feeling comfortable.
You know, bro, say
real
less.
Comfortable.
We already know that. But like what I'm saying is, as far as with voting, bro, people be like, you know, why should I vote? Or, you know, this that gonna change? Because it's like, bro, if you don't vote, like presidential, you need to vote, of course. But locally, bro, what these police killing us, right. They killing us. So your voice and your vote matters based on who you decide to get in the office, who becomes chief of police or whatever the case may be, because that's why voting matters. When it comes to them killing us, that matters. When it comes to the employment, bro, that matters.
Period, bro.
You know what I'm saying? All of that. Your life matter. If you saying Black Lives Matter, and you didn't go to the voting polls, and we ain't talking about the Black Lives Matter movement. We talking about Black Lives Matter as the statement and what it actually, the meaning behind it. We not talking about the organization. We are talking about the full movement.
If you were one of those people who went out protesting, marching, we went down to the city hall. We marched down to the city hall. Yeah, he was one of them people that was up in that rain. It was raining hard. Yeah, we marching right beside what Uncle Bun,
Emancipation and Trade the Truth.
Uncle Bun, Trade the Truth. What was the
we went to two profile. I forgot his name.
Chief.
Yeah, Chief.
The chief. I forgot his name.
Don't give me lying.
If you one of them people, Acevedo.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, if y'all was one of them people who put in all those efforts to get that point across, bro, and didn't vote, bro, what was it for? What was it for, bro? You gotta stand for something. You go fight for anything, bro.
Nah, absolutely.
And I know, bro. Trust me. I'm gonna be honest. It was hard. I really didn't want to vote.
Yeah.
I didn't want to vote. But at the end of the day, if I don't vote, I don't have no say so.
Yeah.
I can't complain.
When you talk about healthcare, when you talk about employment, when you talk about, bro, the fact that you have to get a degree in order to succeed and take care of your family. Like, bro, people with degrees barely living out here. And so now you got people that don't have degrees that are, you know what I'm saying, getting paid $8 an hour to work. And bro, how they taking care of their family, bro? They living on assistance, you know what I'm saying? Then they got to rely on the government. You can't take care of yourself. They don't teach you about financial literacy. They don't teach you about succeeding. And you want to know about Pythagorean theorems. I have never used the Pythagorean theorem outside of
asymptotes and exponents.
You know what I'm saying? Exponents, PEMDAS. Like, you know what I'm saying?
They're not teaching real life skills no more, bro. Honestly,
all
you need is basic math skills.
Yeah.
And know how to read and write, bro.
Yeah, need to be literate on these things. The
exactly,
words,
bro. That's really all you need. And I guess
knowing how to read fine print and actually reading before you sign something.
Have your social studies and everything going on to where, you know what I'm saying, you understanding what's going on, like what's actually going on in the world and what's happening around you and things like that. But they have a lot of things that they need to take out of the school system, and they need to add other things. Like,
absolutely.
Didn't they take out like the cooking class?
Yeah, they took out home economics
and
all of that. Yeah,
that childhood development class.
Childhood development.
I remember. Need that.
Man,
I feel like they should be offering trades even before high school. You know what I'm saying?
The way they do early college, where they have early college where you can graduate and have that
all that makes sense,
the associates. Bro. But it's like, the thing about college is it's a humongous scam as well.
Because I'm not. Hey, bro, that's a whole nother topic that I like to talk about, though, bro. Because you chase that degree, but bro, if you're not on somebody's full ride scholarship,
you're deemed to fail unless you got some scholarships or got something in place
to push you, bro.
And do not blow that refund money.
Hey, but listen, bro. Even to further that, bro, you get out of school, you got your degree, but what else you got?
Debt. That you gotta pay. You gotta pay them
debt,
back,
bro.
And what you get, a job that don't that makes literally that amount, but you got bills and other things you got to take care of.
Ain't getting enough me. I'm not talking something.
So it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm just saying in general, bro, like that's the collegiate, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not saying that college is a bad thing, bro. I'm just saying the way that they structure financially and they created workers. That's what that is, bro. You literally go to college and they educate you on how to work, not how to become a boss or any of those things. Then you could learn some things and do those type of things, but not everybody can be a boss. Not everybody, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, and that, I hate that terminology. It's so many different, man.
We could say that. We could go ahead and cut that one, bro. We could use that for another topic.
That's another topic. Say less. Yeah, man. So we just like we saying, man, we just talking about the block and all of those things and why we even call it the block. Like we call it I'm saying my block and having the audacity to say my block, but it's not something that I own, bro. You know what I'm saying? The city owns that, you know, so it's like that's a whole nother thing. And we claiming A-Leaf and that's my hood, that's my, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, bro, you own nothing there. You have no set of property there. And it's like, that's what we confide in because that's all we know as far as that. And so now we have to expand our thinking, we have to expand our platform and all of those things. Right. And it's like, I can't hate on this man because he grew up in Fifth Ward, or this man grew up in Third Ward, or any of those wards, or from a different city. Like, bro, you don't know. Like, we all, you know, struggling and trying to make it out and trying to do something different. But yeah, this is America. And so, with that being said, I have nothing left to say, bro. I honestly, man, I have literally nothing else to say. Like,
hey, that could really be the conclusion. I mean, I feel like we done kind of went all over the place with it as far as our topic and getting the point across that you want to put out as far as representing my block.
It was so much to it, bro. It's so much to it. Yeah.
I have one more thing to say.
Say less.
And I just mean this from the bottom of my heart, bro.
What's that?
Don't let Trump get y'all ass whooped.
And my last my last thing is to say, man, I hope you did your part. I hope you went to the elections. I hope you went to the polls. I hope you encouraged somebody to go to the polls. I hope you was registered to vote. I hope you was on the right side of history. That's simply all I'm gonna say. Because if you did not vote, you wasn't registered. A voteless people is a hopeless people. Man. And with that being said, you didn't do your due diligence towards the things that you said you was awoke about. So go back to sleep and try it again. Love you. Say no more. Say less.